You guys, look where I am. I'm at my sewing machine. Are you proud of me? I wanted to make a very simple quilt block, and I wanted to use sizes that I sell, not as often as I used to, but I know a lot of people have purchased these sizes from me. 3.5-inch squares, but look, I happen to have fabric that had some little, squares like this, and they're 3.5 inches. I know I cut this one like too much of the edge on this side and not so much there, but that's okay. Should get lost in the seam allowances. So for this block, you're going to need two 3.5-inch squares, and it can be a motif like this, or it can just be anything. You're going to need two what I call mini bricks. These are 3.5 by 2. The easiest thing to do is cut yourself a 2-inch strip and then just cut, that strip 3.5, 3.5, and you can get a bunch. Or you can go scrappy. You don't have to have two of the same color. And then I decided to do two of the same color of my 2-inch squares. So you need two 2-inch squares of color A and two 2-inch squares of color B. Again, you could do all scrappy if you want. This square, when it's put together, should be about 6 inches square. I tend to have generous 1/4-inch seam allowances, so mine might be a little bit under that. So I'm going to start by taking the two 2-inch squares that don't match, and I'm going to sew those together, and then I will send the other two through also. I don't even know where anything is. I haven't done this in so long. And I'm going to press these open. And I did a terrible job first time out. Look how that's crooked. And yeah, my nails are a hot mess. I was supposed to do them today, but I was too busy. Just could have been shifted over a little bit, but we're going with it. I don't feel like picking stitches on my first attempt back at sewing in, I'm sure, what is months. I mean, it's got to be months. Now I'm going to sew these, but first I want to decide something. Hang on. You guys have no clue all the trouble I just went through. Nothing is going right. Anyway, this is what the block is like, and I have choices. The two little motifs, or if you're using 3.5-inch squares, those are going to go kitty corner like that. And then I could do this and this, or I could turn those this way and matchy this way, or turn it this way. So I need to decide what I want to do. I kind of like these two that match pointing in together. Why don't we just do that? So I'm going to sew this bar, I'm going to call it, or mini brick, to here, and then I will sew this one here. I'm going to turn it this way so I know which way to sew it. Oh, and I took those two squares apart and I made them even because it was bugging me. Okay, so let's see if we can do this and even. I'm seriously going to have to look back to see when the last time is that I did any sewing. I don't think it's that long ago. I don't know why all of a sudden tonight I'm opening my seams. I never do that. And you don't have to do that, but I accidentally did it, so I'm doing it. Okay, and I think I said I liked it this way. Here and this way. So now I'm just going to sew these two together and these two together. And now I'm going to sew those together. I will go press it and trim it. Pretty sure we can call this one super cute. I'll take a couple of pictures at the end. I have no clue how to record this. I'm sorry, you guys. It's my first attempt in a while. But just look at how cute that is. And I happen to have colors that worked so well. The fabric, I'll show you the fabric. You're gonna love it. I've had this for a little while. I bought it with the intention of cutting all these little squares out, but I didn't ever get around to doing that. I might hang on to this for a bit and use it in other projects, but I just really like it. And I really like this. I don't enjoy what I went through to get this done. Everything was falling apart, including my tripod. But I did it, and there will be more sewing videos coming up soon. And to remind you, the corners, those are 3.5-inch squares. These are 2-inch squares, and these are 3.5 by 2. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. And I forgot to say that yes, I was able to trim the block down to 6 inches.